What is going on, guys? What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. And today, what I have for you guys today I thought I would create a new series on my channel. I've gone through probably a good amount in my life to where I can release, some of these experiences out on the internet, for people to either laugh, cry. Hopefully there's none of that, but laugh, cry, smile, like whatever y'all want to do. So I think it's time to create a little series that I like to call Chill's Tall Tales, where I just tell my story. I tell whatever experience that I've had, and then you guys can tell me what you think about it. Do you think I was dumb? Do you think I was stupid? And that's pretty much that. So yeah, I think honestly, the first story that I'll give you guys in this series, that's probably gonna be maybe short to medium. I don't know. It really just depends on how many stories I can come up with or remember. Cause I'm 24 years old, bro. Like,
Damn.
a lot of stories that I probably could tell you, I probably forgotten and or suppressed in my memory, on purpose. So, but for today's tall tale, I'm gonna tell you guys about the story of how I almost lost my virginity.
You what?
This is a crazy one. To pilot the series with, but no, this is a story of how I almost lost it. So we'll start off with I was in high school, right? And to give you kind of some backstory, there was this girl that I knew. We'll call her Shay, unless she ends up ever watching this video, and then I'm in trouble. We'll call her Shay. Shay, she was cute. Like, she was at least at the time, I thought she was very attractive. She had a little bit of meat on her. She had a little bit of meat on her, kind of how I like it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I like a little bit of meat on the bone. And me and her had been friends since early middle school. I had met her early middle school, like 6th grade, 7th grade maybe, and we had been friends since then. Okay. Well, Shay, we both had entered our school's ROTC program. Okay. Just to kind of, let your minds settle to where, so we had both entered our school's ROTC program. We were there. I was there until my junior year, my 11th grade year, and she was there our sophomore year, or maybe she left at the same time I did. I don't exactly remember the time, but so just to kind of give you guys some backstory, we have been friends since middle school. Every Friday in ROTC, we would have what's called PT day. PT day was physical training day, meaning that we would have to go outside, and we would, or even sometimes we would stay inside and basically just do a bunch of like rigorous exercise, like ridiculous rigorous exercise. It's ROTC, like ROTC is led by like guys that have actually been in the military, so it was like rigorous training. It was ridiculous. But at this point in time, both of us weren't able to participate in PT day, so it was just us. We went out to our school, behind the school, like all of us as a group, the class. We went out to our school's track that we had behind the school. And well, since me and Shay couldn't participate, we just went to go sit in the bleachers. We had to go sit in the bleachers. we're just, we're sitting there in the bleachers just watching the platoon do their PT, whatever. And then I have to go to the bathroom. Well, I go to the bathroom and I come out, and Shay is standing kind of where the bleachers come down, the stairs come down from the bleachers to go to the bathroom. The stairs are underneath the so the way it was is you go up the stairs. When you go to the bathroom, or when you come out of the bathroom, you go up the stairs, and then there you are. You can see the track right in front of you, and then the bleachers are literally right behind you. So she's coming down from the stairs. Shay is like, "Hey Keon, can I ask you a question?" And I'm like, sure. Cause she looked a little off. So I was kind of like concerned a little bit. By the way, this is also kind of a little bit of backstory. Yes, me and Shay did date for a while, and we dated. It was her first relationship ever. It was her first relationship, and this is honestly so embarrassing. It was her first relationship. And we decided to end things. It was like a mutual thing. We decided to end things, and shortly after relationships, she switched teams. Yeah. She didn't like basketball anymore, so she went to football. If you catch my drift. Anyway, to get back to the story, she asked me, "Keon, can I ask you a question?" I'm like, "Okay. What's going on?" Because I thought, she was, she was dying or something. Like, you can't just ask me the question. Can I ask you a question? And then, like, I don't know, but I don't know what I was thinking at the time. But so I answer her, and she looks at me and she goes, "Would you have sex with me?" I shit you not. I looked at her and I'm like, because at this point in time, she was already in a relationship on the other side. So I was like, I mean, of course, like, you've been my best friend for a while. Like, yeah, like, I trust you. And she goes, "Do you want to?" And I was like, listen, I didn't say this out loud, obviously, but in my head, I was just like, listen, I haven't even had my first kiss yet, and I'm about to lose my shit. Two birds with one stone. I was like, I mean, yeah. I was like, yeah, why not? I was happy as shit inside. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I was like, bro, I'm actually about to fucking kill two birds with one stone. She said to date, because I think there was something coming up. I can't remember what it was, but there was like a specific, like, a date that we had set. I was gonna go over to her house, and we were gonna do the deed. Time goes by. It started to get real evident that she really wanted to fucking do this. And by that I mean we were in class, ROTC, by the way, because that's the only class that I'd had with her. That's the only class we shared. We were in class. There was a time that we had to go through a PowerPoint. Whenever we went through PowerPoint, they would turn the lights off. So this one particular time that they cut the lights off, she came over and she sat in the desk next to me. Keep in mind, we are in our sophomore year, so 10th grade. This is high school. So she came and she sat in the desk next to me, and she scooted over, because in order for everyone to see the board, we had to scoot closer to each other. And she came and she sat in the desk next to me, and she scooted closer to me on my right side. She scooted closer to me, and they turned the lights off. And not even like a minute and a half into what we were watching, it wasn't a PowerPoint. It was more like a film, like a short film or something about the military or something like that. Not shortly after, the lights turn off, do I feel a hand on my thigh. Like, what's going on here? Like, what's going on? Shay was looking to touch Willie. That's all. That's what I'll say. She was looking to touch Willie, and unfortunately, I'm not built like that. So she was just touching straight thigh. Unfortunately, I'm not built like that. So she was just touching straight thigh, and I tried to kind of like shimmy. I tried to shimmy Willie in a position where he, you know what I'm saying, he would be in range to be fondled. It didn't work. So I tried to reciprocate the favor. I put my hand on her thigh. Started, kind of, rub it a little bit, because you can't just go straight in. Like, you gotta knock first before you can enter. Then they turned the lights on and the movie was over. Gotta be probably the most frustrating, what felt like 3 minutes I've ever felt in my life. But that wasn't it. So you guys remember I told you that we had set a date. Well, the date is coming around and I'm like freaking out. Well, I'm sorry. For those of you that are probably confused, it wasn't a date. It was a date. We set a day so that we can do it. I'll just clear that up. So the day was coming around and I was getting nervous. Like, I was freaking out because I'm like, bro, what do I do? Like, I'm gonna need stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need some plastic bags. If you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna need some plastic bags, bro. I'm doing everything to prepare. Like, I'm, you know what I'm saying, making sure that I smell clean, that I smell nice. I'm making sure that that Willie is shaved. It's the first time I had ever shaved. It's the first time I had ever shaved Willie. I don't know how to do this, bro. I was nicking I was nicking myself the whole time I was doing it. And I'm like, bro, people do this regularly? How? I don't get it. This is so much preparation. It was also the first time that I realized that it burns after you shave. It really does. It really, really does. It's all sharp down there. So the hairs were getting nicked on the fabric of my underwear. Bro, it was terrible. I did not enjoy this whatsoever. I didn't enjoy this buildup. This arc was like the Chimera Ant arc for me, if you know what I'm saying. If those of you who watch Hunter x Hunter, this arc was becoming the Chimera Ant arc. Like, I felt like I was about the day comes and Shay messages and she asked me, what time do you want to come over? Well, I'm like, okay, well, what time does the people in your house leave? And she said something about like 5 o'clock or something like that. Shay stayed directly down the street from me. So I was like, okay, I'll start walking down there at 4:30. 4:30 rolls around, 5 o'clock rolls around. I was waiting for her to tell me that everybody had left. She never messaged me. So 4:30 rolls around, 5 o'clock rolls around. I'm really thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, like, I really don't want to do this. I don't know why. Like, I was in my head like this whole time because I'm like, I'm terrified. Like, I'm literally terrified to do this shit. I came up with the conclusion that I just shouldn't go. I shouldn't go, and I didn't. I didn't go. I was too scared. I was too frightened at the idea that, like, damn, like, what if this goes bad? Something could happen, and I just didn't go. I didn't go to our house. After that, it was just like, well, what do I do? And I sat there. She had never messaged me that day, and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? what do I do at that point? We went back to school like the next week because that was like during the weekend. We had never, ever brought it back up. We never brought it back up. Even the day we went back to school, like from that weekend, we never talked about it. We never talked about it. Even to this day, we have never talked about it at all. Yeah, that's pretty much like all that happened. The one thing that she did say was that she was just doing bad things, whatever that means. I hope you get that solved. Or I hope you got that solved. That's pretty much it, to be honest. We had never brought the situation back up. We never talked about it. And yeah, I almost lost my virginity when I was in high school. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, hopefully you guys enjoyed that story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that story. It's definitely embarrassing for me. I would definitely say that. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, we all have choices to make, and sometimes you feel like it's the wrong choice. I feel like I didn't do anything wrong. But if you think I did something wrong, let me know down in the comment section. Regardless of what you say, I still don't think I did anything wrong. Besides letting Willie suffer for like a week up until then. But other than that, let me know if I was stupid, if I did something wrong or something like that down in the comments. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for this story. Go ahead and get out of here. Appreciate you guys for the support over the past couple of days. And yeah, that'll be it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you stay chill. Peace out, guys.